People are paying literally millions of dollars to buy JPEGs on the internet of rocks, apes, and pixelated images. In this video, I really want to discuss what are NFTs and why you may want to be involved, how there's crazy money being made in crypto land with NFTs at the moment, and why there is really a use case here. Now, before you jump on and, hit a dislike for the video, I want to show you how exactly I've 10x'd my Ethereum holding just by doing this simple process. As I'm going to show you in this video, a screen recording as well as step-by-step process of how you can get involved in NFTs as well. If you're interested, keep watching. Hey guys, my name's Ravi and welcome back to Personal Finance with Ravi Sharma. If you're new here, smash that subscribe button because I talk about real estate, cryptocurrency, and financial freedom. Now in this video, we're really discussing how you can go and get started with NFTs, non-fungible tokens. There are literally articles, people all over the internet making so much money just flipping some of these NFTs, but we want to understand what these are, how these work, and how you can get a piece of the pie. I don't think we are in some sort of a bubble, as I've mentioned in previous videos. A lot of people speculating that, these things aren't worth as much as what we're paying for, but that's crypto in general. A lot of the projects don't even have working projects right now. So we can really just rely on our own research with what we know so far and why we think it might be a good investment. Maybe it's short-term or long-term, but let's jump in as to how you can get started. Now look, before we continue, NFTs are basically non-fungible tokens. What that means in simple terms is that you are the legal owner of a particular asset on the blockchain, right? So it's like owning a piece of the internet, like having a domain name, that's an asset. Owning real estate, that's an asset. So these images, which most people think they can just right-click and save, doesn't mean that that's the real thing. The perfect way to, illustrate this point is when you go out and you see a Pokemon card, like a Charizard card, you could go buy the original, which could cost a lot of money, or you can buy a replica proxy. Now the proxy card is a fake, hence why, it won't achieve the same amount of money as the original would. Same thing with paintings, like there's multiple paintings, you could take a photo of the painting, but that doesn't mean you own the painting, and your photo probably, values to nothing. So this is the difference between a right-click save on a JPEG versus owning it legally. Now the reason you want to own it legally is because there are real use utility cases coming soon. But before we jump into all of that, let's just see how we can get started and where I'm going to prompt you to start researching for yourself if this is something you want to get involved in. Just from the outset, it is super volatile, super risky in fact, because a lot of these projects might be just a developer or a creator that's creating some, JPEGs that have no real utility and they're just getting it so that they can make a couple of extra $1 million. Now, it's important, that's why you do your research before jumping into anything. Financial disclaimer here, I'm not your financial advisor. Make up your own mind. If you're going off something that someone on YouTube said, you probably need to do a little bit more research. Now, let's jump in. Now, step one in NFT land is that you need to have Ethereum. That's the currency that you need to use in order to purchase NFTs. So the first thing you'd need to do is go and put your real dollars, your Australian dollars, your US dollars, whatever they are, into an exchange, and then from the exchange purchase Ethereum. Now I've got a video here, step-by-step guide as to how you can do that using CoinSpot, which is Australia's most trusted exchange. And in that video, there's a step-by-step guide with screen recording. But essentially, we're gonna go onto CoinSpot. This is their homepage here. If you use the link in the description below, you'll get $10 free Bitcoin and it helps supports the channel. So what you wanna do here is you will go into buy and sell, obviously. And when you go through, you'll find Ethereum there and you'll just say buy Ethereum. And obviously you just click buy, and if you were signed into your account, you would go and process that payment. So it's super easy. I urge you to definitely go check out that video. I show you step-by-step how to get started. Now, once you've bought Ethereum, you need to now realize what's next. And before you continue, people will know that Ethereum is the main sort of pillar when it comes to NFTs. However, in recent times, Cardano and Solana have both got their own NFT platforms and marketplaces where you can purchase NFTs that are based on their network. So that's different to Ethereum's network. Now with Ethereum, the NFTs here have been established for a couple of years versus Solana and Cardano only coming in 2021. So once we go ahead and we've purchased this Ethereum, we go on to step two, which is basically setting up a MetaMask wallet. Now, I know sometimes it can get overwhelming with so many things happening, and that's why I bring you these videos, so that we can just break it down in logical terms and really figure out what's right, what's wrong, and which way to proceed. So what we're gonna do is we come across to MetaMask. Now, make sure you've got metamask.io. There are a lot of scams going around, so make sure you are on the right website. That is the website, and you go check it out. Now over here, there's a couple of things I want to bring to your attention. What MetaMask actually is, it's a crypto wallet and a gateway to blockchain applications. So you start exploring the application in seconds. It's trusted by over 1 million users worldwide. It is actually super simple to actually install and actually get it set up. Now, what you can do is you can buy, store, and send swap tokens, available as a browser extension and as a mobile application. So you're essentially going in and connect it to your Chrome or your Firefox, whatever you use, and it just sits there as an extension and it'll sit here up the top. Now, it is available and it equips you with a key vault, secure login, token wallet, and token exchange, everything you need to manage your digital assets. I urge you definitely to go check this out. Whether you're buying NFTs or not, it is very useful because it allows you to access other networks as well, and it allows you to use things like Uniswap, where you can get access to lower cap gems that aren't available on major exchanges. Now, the reason why I like CoinSpot is because they have the largest array of crypto coins in Australia, an Australian-based exchange that has over 200 to 300 different projects. That's why I have my money in there. And so essentially what you can do is once you've set up a MetaMask, right, you go and download, it'll get you to install the MetaMask for Chrome. Now, that's the user interface. It'll basically be showing up on your top right-hand screen, and when you go and access it, you can deposit, you can send, and you can receive, as well as swap tokens. Now, what we want to do right now is that we want to send our Ethereum that sits in our wallet on the exchange to our wallet in MetaMask, right? So exchange, CoinSpot, to MetaMask. Now, look, the beauty of this video is that you can go in, you can pause this video and do it step by step as I'm doing. Now, when you go in and actually install MetaMask, it's gonna ask you to either buy or send or receive some of this Ethereum. You can go ahead and press buy. When you press buy, it'll ask you, where do you wanna buy it from? Now, the thing is, you've already purchased it on the exchange, which is CoinSpot. So essentially, we wanna send that Ethereum into this wallet. So we just need the receive public address. This public address will allow you to basically send money to that wallet, okay? So what you will do is once you've got MetaMask open, you'll set it up, then you go ahead and get the receive wallet address. That receive wallet address is what you copy paste into CoinSpot. Now in CoinSpot, obviously here you can, send and receive as well. So when you're sending your Ethereum, you're inputting that receive wallet into the exchange on CoinSpot. So look, guys, slow it down if you need to, go through these tips again because you don't want to make a mistake. Now, one of the biggest tips I have for you is send the minimum amount of the Ethereum into that MetaMask wallet just to see if it gets sent across. Now, once it's sent across, the whole system works. That's the correct address. Now, it does take some time sometimes, so just be patient and allow it to go through. Once it's across into your MetaMask wallet, it'll just appear as per this little screenshot here, and you're ready to go. Now that we have the wallet, which integrates in with applications, we now need to go to the marketplace. Now, for us, buying goods and services, we're very familiar with something like eBay. Now, I want to show you what the equivalent of eBay is for NFTs. It's called OpenSea. Now, OpenSea, again, we want to go to the right website. We don't want to get scanned. We want to be very much on top of this. So that's the exact website. And here, when you come across here, you can see, you can explore, you can create. This is literally the eBay, if not on steroids, of the NFT world. You can see categories. You can also create and sell your own NFTs. There's a lot to get started. Now, what I would urge you to do is go through these resources and really get familiar with how these things work. The one thing that I can definitely recommend is research is key when it comes to NFTs and cryptocurrency in general. But when it comes to NFTs, because it is so new, you don't want to get caught out. You don't want to be in a position where you lose your money. Now, essentially, how you're going to navigate this is you've got the marketplace, so you can go across and check out everything. You can buy things from virtual worlds to collectibles, and you can also, digital art and music. So for here, we're just going to leave this for now. I want to show you stats, resources, and create. Now, create, unless you're creating your own NFT, that's a whole different ball game. I'm not planning to. So let's just leave that one to the side. Resources, as I suggested, there's so much information there. You can go in and really learn this. And then stats. Now, I usually go to stats, but over here, you'll see an icon here of my profile. Now, how this works is it's requiring you to enter your MetaMask wallet. Now, if this is already installed, you're gonna have an extension that talks to OpenSea. So once you log in there, that's basically your key into OpenSea. That's how you're going to access all of your collectibles. Everything that you collect is going to be there available for you. Now, the good thing about MetaMask is that nobody can access it without the seed phrase. What's the seed phrase, Ravi? The seed phrase is basically just a number of words that are given to you at the time of setting up the MetaMask wallet. Now, this is a big warning. Do not ever give your seed phrase to anyone. And I'm talking about don't even screen share while you're inputting your actual details. People can steal it. A lot of people have lost money, and you just got to be careful. Look, you have to take accountability for your own money. So be very careful, write it down, don't put it on your phone in case your phone gets, wiped or swiped or whatever it is. At the end of the day, you want to keep this in a safe and secure place, very similar to a cold storage wallet. If you want to know what my recommendations are when it comes to cold storage and getting your money off exchanges, definitely leave me a comment down below. Now, once you've got your MetaMask wallet or, talking to OpenSea, then here you'll be able to see all of your collectibles that you've had, and you can also see things like listing, selling, all of that good stuff as well. Now, the other thing is when we go across to stats, you can see all the projects that are really the highest in terms of volume that are performing. But over here, you'll see floor price, owners, and assets. So assets are basically how much is in the collection. The owners is unique owners. So what a really good stat is to look at a high proportion of owners to the assets. This basically means that there's not just one owner that owns like a large majority of the collection. And that often happens with projects that are a bit scammy. They might just, want to get some intel initially for the blow up sale, and then they just go and sell to the market and they control the market. What we want to see is unique owners really high as a ratio. So a really good project would be something like Bored Ape Yacht Club. That's almost like a 50-50 ratio. Amazing stats. But then you go and compare that to say some other projects and see if we can find one here. And then you've got some newer projects that may have a 30% ratio, which is still not bad, but I have seen some that are like, a 10% ratio where, you've got 1,000 owners, but they own 10,000 of the collection. That to me is like not a really good metric to be going into. And of course the floor price. Now the floor price, everything is denominated in ETH. Okay, so this is going to take some time to get used to because you're always going, well, what's the price of ETH? And then I'm spending ETH. Oh my God. We're just talking about Ethereum to Ethereum, right? So in the floor price, what that means is that that is the cheapest that anything in that collection is going for. So when you start looking at this, it's freaking weird. It's crazy to see how expensive some of these projects are already. Like the Mutant Apes, a floor of 4.5. When you get into the Bored Ape Yacht Club, you're at 39.5 ETH. And it's absolutely crazy. So you can see why a lot of people get priced out of those blue chip sort of projects, but that's why we need to be super deliberate about our research and take care with how we do these things. Now, once you go ahead and purchase on OpenSea, there's a few fees and transaction fees like gas fees as well. Once you go ahead and do that, again, OpenSea is talking to MetaMask. Those two things will operate together. If you want more detailed, step-by-step tutorials around, how to navigate OpenSea and things like that, definitely leave me a comment down below. And that's pretty much it. So actually going through, setting up the MetaMask and doing all these things, I honestly believe like a few months ago, that was so overwhelming for me. So you might be feeling overwhelmed now because that's where you are in this part of your journey. But at the end of the day, it just comes down to research. Take your time and do it properly. If you have videos like this, you can go and pause them, go through each step together. And if you have any questions, you can definitely ask me in the comments down below. I'm happy to help. But essentially a couple of tips from my end, at least to how I've navigated my way through NFTs and how I've actually 10x some of my Ethereum gains is because I've looked at projects where there's some real life utility, but as well as that, you need to have a developer team that, the creators are very transparent, but they're also in it for the long haul. You don't just want someone coming in, having some hype around some stupid project that's copied from another project. You want some uniqueness. Now keep in mind, NFTs are super volatile and they are risky. A lot of projects not going to make a lot of sense very soon. So take your time, but I think it's so essential to start dabbling into new parts of this ecosystem purely because over the next 5 to 10 years, I think this is going to make a large part of our normal everyday society where it almost acts as like a digital membership into communities and into real life utility. So keep an open mind when you're going through this. And if you don't, just have this as part of your education as well. You learned something new. And if you did, then definitely leave me a comment down below and drop a thumbs up for the video. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks guys.